For all the latest community news and events.
103.2 Preston FM.
Your community, your radio.
Do you have what it takes to be in a band or youth orchestra? Well, Lancashire Music Service are holding 3 open days for young musicians interested in joining the county bands and orchestras. And to tell us more, it's a pleasure to welcome my first guest in the studio this morning, and that's Stuart Grills from Lancashire Music Service. So, Stuart, a very good morning.
Good morning, you. It's great to be here.
Lovely to see you. I'm always in my element talking about music, because one of the strengths of Preston FM is the support to local musicians and keeping music live. So tell us a little then about, first of all, tell us something of Lancashire Music Service before we talk about this in particular.
Yeah, well, Lancashire Music Service is part of Lancashire County Council's music provision. They've been having music tuition all around the county for well over 50 years. I've been working for them for well over 25 years. And also Lancashire Music Service is the lead partner in the new, what we call the Lancashire Music Hub. The government have recently set up music hubs around the county for teaching music in classrooms, instrumental music at primary school, sixth form colleges, high school, and so forth. So we've been doing this for a long time. We also have a network of music centres that meet across the county at post 4 o'clock at different venues, and we also, what we're talking about here, we have run our county ensembles, our county bands and orchestras. Now these groups take the most proficient and the top end of our students that we teach, and they come along and they meet fortnightly to rehearse, and they do concerts around the county and further afield across the country, and they also go on tours abroad in the summer and so forth. So these are well-established groups, and like you say, we're always looking for new members because we bring the youngsters in, they stay with the groups, and then they go off to college, 18 and 19, and so there's that throughput of coming through for the music centres into the county ensembles and so forth. Yeah.
Right. So is music alive and well within schools and with young people? Because we maybe tend to think, you often see a young person walking up the street with headphones on, and you think they're probably listening to the top 20 or the modern day music. But is there a healthy respect for all kinds of genre of music within schools?
Very much so. Very much so. The youngsters of today, although there's times are changing and there's a lot more things youngsters can get involved with, but they are very, very interested in music. And not just the orchestral music, the classical music, if you will. They're interested in the whole gamut, from rock, from bebop, from the jazz, from wind band music, the whole range of music. And like you said, you will see a lot of youngsters walking down the high street listening to music, and that's what we're in the business for, to give them that experience and give them those pathways to do what they want to get involved with.
I mean, I just could not imagine a world without music. No. And I would imagine that music is very different in schools these days to when I was at school. But the one thing I've remembered is that music in school, when I was at school, gave me a healthy respect and a liking for classical music and other music. Popular music.
Yes, I'm the same. I'm a trumpet player myself. I started playing the instrument when I was at school in Darwin, and I came through the county system. But youngsters are just the same today. They love to play, they love to listen, they love to go to concerts. And like I say, what youngsters want these days, they're very discerning. They want quality music, and if something's enjoyable for them and it's of a good quality, they will come and get involved.
And the days that are coming up, there's going to be open days. And so who are you looking for? When you say young musicians, is it young musicians again across the board? So whatever you play, or are we also talking about vocalists, etc.?
Yeah. as I say, we're talking about our county groups. So we have 2 jazz orchestras, a brass band, we've got 2 wind bands, which we call concert bands, and we've 2 symphony orchestras. And if you like, we have what we call the schools groups, which is our feeder groups into the senior groups, like the youth jazz orchestra, the youth symphony orchestra, and so forth. Now, these groups take the top echelon of our youngsters that we teach, and youngsters can come from all over Lancashire. And as I said earlier on, they meet basically for fortnightly, for full day rehearsals. Now, historically, at this time of the year, round about in the summer term, we hold what we call our open day rehearsals, and this is primarily to allow youngsters to come along, sit in, have a go without any pressure to see if it's for them. And they can come and sit in to one or more of the groups. And as you say, it's not just on the traditional instruments, trumpets, trombones, violins, although primarily it is. But we have also guitarists for the jazz orchestra. We have bass guitar, lead guitar, and so forth. And we have singers in the jazz orchestra as well. So we're the whole range. And what it is, they can, as I say, come along and just sit in, and they can then decide, yeah, this is fantastic. This is what I'm having a great time here. I want to get involved. Now, youngsters can join our county groups throughout the year, but these open days, and which we've got for the county jazz orchestras and the brass band, the open day is this Saturday at the Woodland Centre in Chorley. It'll be from 10 till 3:30, and then on the Saturday the 21st of June we've got our 2 wind bands, which we call our concert bands. They meet at Lostock Academy, again from 10 till 3:30, and then the day after, the 22nd of June, we have our 2 symphony orchestras, the School Symphony Orchestra and Youth Symphony Orchestra, again meeting at Lostock Academy from 10 till 3:30, and anybody's welcome to come along, sit in, have a go. There'll be no pressure. We're not ask them to play on their own or anything like that. They can just come and have a good time and see if they want to get involved.
And another spin-off, in a way, as we were talking before we came on air, Stuart, is about the number of young people who maybe join, but then as they get older, they go off to do, they become soloists in their own right, whether it be in vocals, in groups, or they go off to study music. So that's an important spin-off, isn't it?
It very much so, it is. And I could give you a lot of examples of youngsters that's come along and joined our music centre groups. They've then gone on to our county groups. They've then gone to music college and become professional musicians. A couple of examples of that: we have a Preston lad called Ian Kirkham, who was the sax player with Simply Red. Now, he was an ex-member of the jazz orchestra. We've also got another Preston lad, actually, Tim Jackson, who is a French horn player. He's a professional French horn player now, playing with a number of the nationally renowned symphony orchestras, and he again came through the symphony orchestra. One of particular note is the County Jazz Orchestra has a concert on Saturday the 28th of June at 7:30. That's going to be at Burnley Mechanics, and that will be a real special event because we've got a guest, jazz trumpet player Andy Greenwood. Now, Andy Greenwood is probably one of the finest jazz trumpet players in this country at the moment, and Andy again came through the system. He was a member of the jazz orchestra as a lad. He hails from Clitheroe, but that will be a concert to catch. It'll be a really good evening, will that. But we could go on. There's many youngsters that have made professional careers from coming through the system.
Well, I know I've certainly interviewed lots of young people who are now trying to make it as vocalists, etc. And they started. They will often tell me they started in the jazz band. And if people join the groups, there is the possibility in the future that apart from performing at venues across the county, the festivals such as National Festival for Music for Youth?
National Festival of Music for Youth, yes. We regularly play at that festival. The groups also perform all over the country, and as I said earlier on, they do go on concert tours abroad in the summer, so they can get involved with the whole range of concerts and activities. And as I say, these open days will be a great little stepping stone for youngsters to just find out what it's all about. Now, obviously, I'll leave this information with you.
Yes, please.
If they want to just sign up or get more information, they can either come to the Music Service website, which is lancsngfl.ac.uk/curriculum/music, and they will get all the information on there. Or they can actually come to the Lancashire Music Hub .co.uk website, and again the information will be there. But they could, if they Google the Music Service, they can get that information and just phone up and have a chat, and or they could simply just turn up on the day. There's no problem. There's no problem.
And any age restrictions?
Well, because we're talking about our county groups, as I say, these groups do take the, if you want, the player that's been playing out quite a long time. So historically, they tend to range from the age of around about 13 to 19. They need to have been playing for quite some time, and for those listeners who may know, they need to be around about Associated Board grade 4 to grade 7. But I think the best advice I could give, if there's any youngsters who may be not sure whether it's for them, simply contact the Music Service. We can have a chat, we'll give you advice, or simply come along to the open days, have a sit-in, and you'll soon find out whether it's a little bit too difficult, in which case fine, or whether it's for them.
Okay. Just give us the open days again then, Stuart, if you would, please.
I certainly will. So this Saturday at the Woodland Centre at Southport Road in Chorley, we've got the jazz orchestras and the brass band. So any brass band players or jazz saxophone players, trumpet, trombone players, drummers or so forth can come along and sit in. And then on Saturday the 21st of June, we've got our two wind bands. They rehearse at Lostock Hall Academy in Lostock, and these are all between 10 o'clock and 3:30, so that's on the 21st of June. And then the day after, the Sunday the 22nd of June, we've got our two symphony orchestras again rehearsing at Lostock Hall Academy from 10 till 3:30, so people can come along, youngsters come along, have a cup of tea, have a biscuit or two, have a sit-in and have a blow.
And a nice day.
Yes.
Okay. Stuart, can I thank you for coming in this morning?
Thank you. Thank you very much. I've really enjoyed myself.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Made by people like you.
Your community,
Your radio, your Preston FM.